Blizzard.
Grey Wolf _ G4L is here first.
And welcome in. Yeah. She may be a little sleepy today. Jay. She may be a little zonked out. What's up, Vintage? How are you? How goes your day? All right, so what if we did that? I was thinking I wanted to be cold and coral and play with a lot of sea colors anyway. The druid or the anti-paladin? Biscuit, where did he go? He's somewhere on my shelf. There he is. Okay. Yeah. I had a lot of fun with them. I know what I need to do. I need to do this. I need red oxide. Yeah, red oxide. And I need a white. Are you going to make your own pattern up, or are you going to kind of follow along with a different idea? Because what I ended up doing is I freehanded all that, the pattern design, and just kind of made it up as I went on the druid. Because he was a lot of fun. I need a shadow color. That's what I'm missing. No, I've got the shadow color teal. We'll see what that looks like. That's what I did too. I had quite a few set aside in a reserved folder. Because what I found with the turtle shells is that they were easy to do because it was just circles and rings. Wicked! How are you?
With 10 viewers. Hope they have treats.
Hello, Wicked. How are you? If you need to raid and run, I completely understand. You got to get to that other job of making sure your son opens the packs just right. Also, did we see antifreeze? I'm doing well. I had some wings for dinner, feeling happy. I've got this lovely underwater Fey that's going to be worked on tonight. See what we can get done with her. How are you, Auntie? I hope everything is okay. I haven't seen an update from you. So I was like, wait, have we seen antifreeze? I mean, a lazy day is expected. A lazy day is expected. Okay. Excellent. Excellent. As you can see, Katra is very upset with me if I make too much of a loud noise, so we have to be very, very quiet. Did you get your orc squared away for your giveaway there, Wicked? I was poking in and out quite a bit today. I had one of those days where I needed to be busy, but couldn't get busy, but got busy. Doesn't it feel like they're always very slowly? I need to drop that up in your chat at some point. But working on that chibi for ReaperCon, it's the magenta hair is like, I will break you. It's like, I don't want to be broken by magenta, but magenta hair, man. Magenta hair. She's been a lot of fun. But tonight is the night to goof off. Low stress painting. We relax, we slap some paint around, we have a good night, we chill, maybe we sing simple and clean along the way. Call it a day. Welcome in, Space Nifty. Yeah, for our cuties, we're going to work on some underwater Fey-like creatures. We'll probably do another epoxy pour around them just to see what we can do. Won't be as deep as the other one I did, but we'll see. But we just need trying to figure out what colors I want to go with. That's the hardest part. Crazy hair, crazy dress. Very voluptuous hair. So, yeah. Yeah. But welcome in, everybody. Oh, in the lower right-hand corner, you'll see Catra the cat. She's taking a bit of a snooze. She's had a pretty adventurous day of making sure I was well protected. The squirrels were out in full force, being super busy today. She was very upset that I would not let her outside to play with them. But she now does the protect of the naps right near me. We did take a cat nap together, so we'll see. We'll see. We shall see. All right. So why did the orcs take you so long, Wicked? Assuming you're still sticking around. Is it just because they're a little bit not normal for you?
Blizzard.
Fraugenstein just claimed second.
Welcome in, Frankenstein. Welcome in, Laden Roses. How are you? I know I'm going to need to turn a fan on here in a minute. It'll be a warm day in the office. I mean, if no one's going to claim it, might as well. I mean, it's there for a reason. It's there because Grey Wolf liked to exclaim first quite a bit, so I put it in there. But then him and Fox Behind the Tree would often have battles about who would be first and second, so I'd have two in there. I need to finish my alert update because I got some Command & Conquer sound bites or some StarCraft sound bites to rotate through. How goes, Hootie? We goes. This is underwater something. It's from the Fey Realm. I'm assuming they're underwater-ish Fey creatures. So we are going to treat them as underwater, and we're going to paint them with underwatery colors. So we're going to use teals, corals, stuff like that. Thinking their dress is going to be coral, try to do an undead cold skin, and see where we go from there. Bum, 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 bum. What's new with you today, Hootie? Lottie, I have long. Ba-da. Maybe some lemon pepper wings with Brussels sprouts for dinner. They were delicious. That's actually dress. So I accidentally unscrewed the top of the lemon pepper bottle and shook it and then dumped a bunch in the bucket. I was like, son of a biscuit. Even for me, that's too much. So I had to empty the bucket back out. But it was delicious. Use a little bit of ghee as a binder for your seasonings. And away you go. Ghee. Ghee. Essentially clarified butter. Yeah, clarified butter is what it is. Use that instead of actual butter. It helps stick because the melting point is so much lower. It helps adhere and stick to the help the seasoning stick to the wing. I never used it until I started making wings. Could you not use normal butter? Or can you not handle normal milk solids, I guess? Yeah, you. I'm confused why you like I've never understood why you actively use ghee, aside from making wings. I know some people like to use it when they're trying to be healthier for something, but I don't know what that healthier is. Oh, got it. I understand now. I don't know if it's any healthier for you, but I have heard that as well. I could treat that as hair. I think I am. I mean, it is a superior butter. It's just more expensive. Actually, that'll look nice. I know. I pay the extra as well. I just I get the kind with the avocado oil mixed in just to try to not use as much of it, and I really only use it when I make waffles. So if I'm making anything else, I just buy regular real butter and use it. Because what's better without butter? Nothing. Everything is better with butter. I mean, why do you need yogurt and butter together? HEB pork tenderloins were on sale, $5 for two. Do love me a good pork tenderloin. HEB. HEB? Hody, you don't know what an HEB is? How dare you? HEB is a Texan staple. Best Texas grocery store ever. Hi, how are you? Did you have a good nap? Did you have a good nap? You know what we forgot to do today? I forgot to clip your nails. Again. Who's my sweetie? Greetings, Michael Payne Smitty and the meow 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 wow wow. Pretty girl. Yeah, but your dog doesn't randomly come up and like poke you in the back with their nails and going, "Hey, I want attention." Also, I am testing out an idea. Hi, how are you? Huh? At least a quarter of my stream viewership is in Texas at this moment. Therefore, talking negatively about HEB is like, how do you create a sin without creating it? Like, how do you lose viewers? Uh, you guys have seen the Muppet guy that does jokes and stuff? He was in Texas and he was doing a show. Somebody's like, "What did you do today?" And they're like, "I went to the HEB." And he's like, "What the F is the HEB?" Because apparently you have to say it like Metallica, where you like accentuate the HEB. So when I'm in Texas for ReaperCon, I cannot just simply say, "Hey, Lion, do you want to go to the HEB?" I have to shout, "Do you want to go to the HEB?" One blue food? Blueberry pie. Though when it's cooked, you could argue it's more violent. There's Are they purple, Jay? I mean, they're pretty blue when they're dried out and freshly picked. It's when they cook that's when they turn purple. This is a cat, Taco. This is a cat. Do you want to go to the Howard Edward Butt? It goes reverse. Reserve Taco and my words. Yeah, the skins on the wild ones are very blue. They can be extremely blue. When they cook, it's when they cook they can become very purple because it's from the them cooking down. Hi, how are you? Who's my gorgeous kitty? The Cato is a fun thing to watch. You want to say hello? You want to say hello to Froggenstein's son, Archer? You want to say a little meow meow? Can we get a little meow meow meow? Can I get a little meow meow action? Okay. Okay. Meow meow meow. That's good. Got spicy tail. Spicy tail. Biscotti. Ooh. Those are the cookies, right? They can be a hard cookie. Or they're usually a hard cookie made for dunking. Mm-hmm. We got kitty tail, we got kitty head. Look how happy she is, Jay. Look at how happy she is. Look at how happy she is. Who's a pretty kitty? Who's a pretty kitty, 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 kitty? Here comes King Dixon Balls with that raid. I would give you a shout out, King, but I'm a little preoccupied right now. Welcome in, Nerd Holla. If you're not, give King Dixon Balls, the maester of all arts, the serial hobbyist a follow. They're getting back and they're having a wonderful life. Let's all give them a warm welcome and a follow. Dims to facts. No printers, only facts. They do the digital arts, they do the physical arts, they do the crochet arts, they do whatever art they find and fancy. Mm. Mm-hmm. You be safe, King. Thank you for the raid. Do the amazing self care. Be awesome. Get you snickies. Mm. Mm. Hi. You want my pen? Is that what you want? You want my pen? You want my pen? Or you want? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I have two hands, and not both of them were on you. My fault. I mean, she would. So I had like a very traditional pencil up recently, and I was using it to write notes down for work. While I was on various calls or working on things that I needed to remember really quick, so I would write them down. And it's a very traditional pencil. And she's like, "Excuse me, this is now mine." I'm like, "Excuse me, I need that." Because she really likes wooden things and chewing on them. Hi, can I move this camera? Hello. I wanted to move the camera so everybody could see you in all of your glory as you lay right next to me. Mhm. Love you, sweetie. Bum, 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 bum. Ba-da-da-da. Also, if you're not, give Nerd Hollow a follow. Fun D&D creator, painter. Da-da. Thank you for the stretch, Mel. You feeling proper and prim? Okay. It's usually because she does that whenever she needs to stretch. Like the first thing she'll do is she'll jump down and stretch right over the desk wherever I'm working. I'm like, okay, thank you. She's like, yes, this is where I must stretch. I'm like, okay. This is my life. I am just here as the kitty device for handing out food and treats. They are very excellent stretchers. I know you're very tired. You did not nap a lot today. We did not have a long nap after my. We did the grocery. We did the laundry. No. Exactly. She got her wet food and she like slept. Usually at the beginning of stream, she can be very, 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 very energetic when she sleeps all day. But because I was active most of the day downstairs or running around the house, she's never usually far from me. If she is, she's sleeping in like one room over because she's exhausted. But essentially, she stayed near me at all times, inspected whatever I was doing, made sure it was done correctly. Though you forgot to remind me to run the dishwasher, sweetie. I guess we will do that post stream. That'll be okay, because it can run overnight. We are experimenting a bit with an idea. It's in my head. But this is a lovely underwater fey creature. Oh, Reaper Bones 6. And the Fey Wilds. I believe they're supposed to be underwater. I'm treating them that way. She's starting to doze off in her loaf position. Mhm. What is that emote? I can understand why, because it could be that like the dishwasher breaks, right? Um, and if it broke overnight or something, like you're left with a massive mess. And when that happens to you, you tend not to forget, and you always create weird rules like that. It's like, okay, whatever. Um, the only reason why I replaced my dishwasher is because the rack literally broke in it. Like, hello, Katie. You know, you got like those plastic rubbered racks. There was a literal chunk missing out of one of those little nubs. I'm like, well, time to replace this thing. What you up to, Katie? How was your streams? Did you have a good time? King's always a good time. Yeah. And that's the kind of stuff that people remember. Like I have a I should have a um, ice maker hooked up to it, but the water's not hooked up. And my dad's like, "That's all ice makers are good for is flooding the kitchen." I'm like, "It's not even hooked in right now. Calm down, old man." But all of those conversations, I could have that. They usually do make horrendous sounds, or they'll like when they break, it's like, "Oh, that broke." What? Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So one of my former bosses went out of town one weekend. Went out of town for like a couple of days. Apparently that the day he left, the water one of the faucets on the second floor burst, and for like a week they had water running out of the house and they never knew. So the water had been running for like a week and a half inside the house and essentially flooded the second and first floor, but the third floor remained unscathed. They came home from vacation to find a flooded house. Pretty sure him and his wife did cry. Pretty sure there were tears. You okay? This is like the second or third time I've heard this song. If I hear it again, I'm changing the playlist. Yep, there we go. She's doing the sleepies. I mean, they're engineers, so both of them. Mm-hmm. I bet that was a big old mess. Nothing but mess after mess. Yeah. Most homes are around 30 to 40 psi, if I remember correctly. Mm-hmm. Oh, Mel, are you still about? I gotta type the name. Biscuit, I forgot. You might want to check out Murkoff. His music is safe for stream. It's a weird mix of electronic. It's fun. Some of his stuff can be like a Great Rainy Day playlist is one of his stuff. I was watching Day Nine's eugenics playthrough, and someone had asked him about it. I've got that one, and I haven't checked out the other artist. But his stuff can be interesting to listen to. Different. Like, not the kind of like, oh my god, this is like the worst music I've ever heard. It's more like a thought-provoking, colorful kind of music. And it might be interesting. Some of his album covers were popping up on my Spotify when I was listening to it one day. I was like, that would be a cool miniature. Yes. I have another one written down. I just haven't transferred it to Spotify yet. It was something rain, and I can't remember what it was. I'm like, oh, son of a biscuit. But Frog and Scene might like that guy too. I'm just not in a mood where I would like that kind of music in my head. Because sometimes it can be interestingly stale, but yet like moving. And it's weird for me to describe it.
Where are the dwarfs, Painty? Where?
Where are the dwarfs, Painty? Where are the dwarfs? And that did not fire off. Son of a biscuit. Twitch, why are you being stupid? It's not analytics, that's analytics.
Where are the dwarfs, Painty? Where?
They're right here, Hootie. They're right here. We've got one that's being sacrificed or prepared to be sacrificed. We got our gambling dwarves. We got our dwarves having a good old time. We got our stag and brag iron balls. We got 2 forge priestess. We got a hunter protecting. We got a drinking dwarf. We got a dwarf ready to fight. So we got action dwarves and we got non-action dwarves. We got them. We got them. This is what happens when you anger somebody that likes white monsters, Hootie. That's what happens to that dwarf, all right? Just because they want to see, you got to be careful of those ones that really like the white monster. Ooh, Hootie, Hootie, be careful. Be careful. You're going to anger something. You're going to anger something, Hootie. Be careful. Be careful. You're gonna anger a goth girl, and the next thing you know, we ain't gonna see Hootie again. Joking with my good friend Hootie Hoot. He likes dwarves a lot. I have a specific channel point redeemed just for Hootie. That if he ever spends the 50,000, I'll paint a dwarf on stream for him. I have painted one so far because the random roll got us one that was out drinking too late. The actual drink that is White Monster. Um, I was at yeah, the actual White Monster drink. Well, you know, some people, Hootie, really like monsters. What about owlbears? They're considered monsters. Are they gross? What's up? Hi. I thought you were gonna go sleep in there. Just trying to move it so people could see you, sweetie. Because they really like seeing you hang out. But I like to joke that I was at the meat market yesterday or Friday, and we were joking about how hard it was getting harder for people to find caffeine. And I had joked. I said, "What about white monsters and goth girls?" Because goth girls really like White Monster. Like it is their drink of choice most of the time. And they just kind of looked at me like, I've never heard this before in my life. I'm like, are you serious? So I would not anger a goth girl because they might get a voodoo doll. Hi, sweetie. How are you? I mean, I can't drink either of them. I don't like them. I do not like them at all. Like the idea of Celsius and all that. I'm like, but why do you exist this way? Like, who hurt you? You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. How are you? What you see? Do you see birds in the other window? Do you need to go protect me? You got your little tail flicking going. Yes. Big yawn. Hmm? Want to give kisses? Can I get back to painting? Can I paint again? Is it going to be okay if I paint? Okay. You are very pretty. And before I do that, I need to change this playlist. I've heard the same song too many times. If I can recognize the song, I am changing the playlist. Bring this one down just a little bit. Ba-da-bum, ba-bum-bum. It's always comforting to have your cat sitting right next to you, just straight up aloof. Yep, there you go. Okay. Enjoy your adventure, sweetie. So, how was your stream today? Well, I was there for parts of it, but I was in and out most of my Sundays doing the lurky lurks. I tend to poof quite often when I need to work on various aspects. But, no, she's left for a little bit. I am going to put my desk in sitting position. Ba, ba, ba. Be safe, Jay. Thank you for stopping by. Oh, lion. You have a thing to do. I got a jar. I got the jar filling. Now it's 2/4. Good evening, Ginger. Sorry. I turned that back on. There was a day. There was a day. I was like, I don't need this right now. Two-quarter.
Oh, thank you, Studio 7, coming in with the awesome people.
Studio J7, how are you? Welcome in.
Someone just followed. Who is that? Crystal McDowell.
Thank you for the follow. Most amazing. The Forge of Mars and Crystal McDowell. Welcome in, Sophist. You missed it. Katra was being super chill and hanging out with me on stream. She was laying in her bed, just cute as could be. But welcome in, studio. How was the Eldari duckies? Did you get them wrapped up? I was in for a part of your stream. She definitely will be back. She always does come back. We're all working on some underwater Fey, playing with a different color. I need to get my finished photos posted so I can a bit more done. Excellent. It's most amazing. Next Saturday, we'll be doing our stream anniversary. As an FYI. Son of a biscuit. I go to move the camera so everyone can see you. The cat's name is Katra. That is Katra, the stream cat. She likes to hang out and chat with me and help paint sometimes. She does like to judge. She likes to get right where I'm supposed to be painting and demand the most amazing pets and stuff. She's starting to wake up because I put my desk in sitting position. That makes sense because that's what cats do. She's a very good supervisor. Best supervisor. 10 out of 10. Would recommend. Everyone needs a kitty supervisor. It's the best way to get anything and everything done. Katra is from She-Ra, the anti-hero that was madly in love with She-Ra, but then could not find a way to successfully express it, so she attacked everybody. So we got pause. Pretty pause. How are you? Exactly. Schoolyard rules. Very much. Also, those two follows would be now 490. Hi. Hello. Hello. I was painting. Painting out an idea. I want to see if it worked for me. Is that okay? If you need to raid and run studio, please do. Take care of yourself. Be amazing. I will see you on Monday, and hopefully on Wednesday I will be able to add to your showcase, show off, or your show off. I did something, and I want to be like Studio Jay, rate my pour. Mm-hmm. Can I get back to painting? You are literally sitting here. Your eyes are closing just ever so slightly. That's kind of what I'm doing with this piece right here, Lion. Um, I have an idea for what to do with the palette, and I want to split the palette in two, is what I was thinking. So, one, the base. So I want like the base of it and potentially the beast to be the same palette. And then I want the other two. Thank you for that. Uh, um, but I want the others, the skeletons and everything to be a different color palette. Yeah. She hit the rig as she was jumping up on her bed. Is where my brain is at right now. And I just haven't gotten. I don't know how it's going to work. So I said, let me use this piece, which will use a teal blue top and bottom, and then we can do like an orangey yellow coral in between. And then the skin tone could be as cold or as warm as I want, because I do want these to be on the cold side of things. Orange is the only warmth for like the coral colors, but the diorama idea is there. I need to test out the idea a little bit before I go super ham. And if I decide it's too big still, I can always still take the piece off for it and go from there. You're all good. You're all good. You're all good. You should clean up. It's getting late for you there in Great Britain land. You will need to rest up soon. And now she decides it's time. Yeah. I finally did an epoxy resin pour, and I did it, and I thought of you when I was doing it. I was like, I need to share this with Jay during his showcase and be like, rate my pour. Because I know how much you love some of the resin pours. Exactly. You gotta have like a resin. Maybe you need to make that an unofficial rule for Golden Demon. No resin pour. Sorry, that's not gold. That's not gold material right there. You can have silver, but you can't have gold. Maybe we need to make that like a color in your paint range. Have it be like a light blue and be like resin pour. No, Lion was asking me about my ReaperCon entry, and I have a massive diorama that I need to get. I need to start cracking on, but I haven't cracked on it yet because I'm indecisive about my color palette at the moment. And I think what I'm going to do is something similar to this character, just not the same colors. But I want to split it into two pieces. So my rider's lamp can be the same color as the base and cast a cold light across the scene. But we'll see. Bum, 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 bum. Are you looking forward to flying to America? What, at the end of the month? You got your golden demon entry all ready. Did you remember to put a resin pour on it so you can get the gold? Get the bucket of resin. Yeah. Yeah, get the bucket of resin out. And be like, yeah, we need to do one just make a little puddle somewhere and put just like a little dab of resin in there. That way you can say it's done. Doesn't have to be the whole base. Just a little bit of it. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, 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 bum. It actually might look really nice. Might be a really nice idea. Might be. Might be. We just need to get focused and get it done, sir. You have a great night, Jay. Thank you for the raid. Be awesome. Stay safe. Look forward to seeing you tomorrow. We will have a little chat about the reverse cowgirl CPR. I've never forgotten that, and that story remains relevant at all times, no matter what. Be safe, Jay. Be safe. Exactly. We really do wonder if they were in the right spot. Bum, bum. I do night, Sophist. That eye lines up like that. So let's switch over to threaded hair because by George, I don't paint enough of that right now. I think the next model we pick for something is going to be like hairless. No hair. Did you manage to get any painting done on Saturday, Sophist? Did a full pivot. That sounds okay. What were you doing? What caused you to pivot? Okay. Now, Sophist, as me and Jay were talking earlier, in order to get a golden demon gold, you have to do a resin port. It is a requirement. If you need to get gold, do a resin port. Instant gold. It's a joke. Well, it was kind of like the running joke is that the gold, like the gold winners from both SMC, was it Golden Demon and Germany or wherever it was held at, the both entries, because the golden winner from America did have a resin port, and I think someone else did as well. You know, I think both of them did. And Jay, and it was during one of Jay's streams, and Jay's like, it's a resin port. Who freaking cares? And I was like, I kind of understand why he's like frustrated by it a little bit. Not frustrated, like outright angry about it. It's just, it's funny. Maybe I'm on the right path. Ba-ba-bum. I mean, I understand why it's such a What idea? Wrong execution. Go. Also, are you going to make your Death Guard Hello Kitty? You don't have the heads. You can just freehand a little mark on them. Give them a little cat's head. Ah, okay. Okay. It's just when you said pink, I was like, are they going to be doing? Hey, Sophus, look, your pronouns are showing up. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, 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 bum. Oh, you in a Discord somewhere? Critical Pain? Give me a second. I can hang out with you. Oh, I will leave that then. It's bugging out. How? Twitch, you have one job. Yeah, one job, Twitch. It's being a silly goose tonight. If you're not, do give our good friend Kurt at the Paint Studios or one of our great Australian friends a follow. Very much so. They're a lovely human being. Me and Johnny got to torment them just a smidge one night on stream with green is not a creative color. Bum, ba, bum. Oops. Bum, bum. Okay. I feel like this is going to work. And I have a proof of concept that I want to continue forward with. Ba-da-da-da-da-da. Bum, 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 bum. bum. Smithereen. How are you? How are you? Working on a little bit of our time change hangover. I did take me a 15-minute nap today. Had me a little cat nap. Catcher's having a little bit of cat nap hangover, time change hangover as well. Mm-hmm. So Catra doesn't wake me up. It's usually me that wakes her up because she's like, "Human, you're moving while I'm comfortable between your legs." on the road to shenanigans. So, thank you. Sorry, I tried to continue quick enough. I just couldn't. So essentially, the hours that you're asleep, they're up to shenanigans. If the noise sounded expensive. I mean, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. It's one of those where it's like, oh, was that a TV that fell or was that glass that broke? Oh, really? Catra's never done that. Um, she likes to sleep with me or near me most of the nights. As you can tell, she's a very close to me cat. Being on stream right now. So if I'm asleep, she's usually asleep with me or near me. She will inspect the bedroom to make sure it is safe from all ghosts. That she will do. I don't need to worry about that. Uh, let me marinate you. Let me sing you the song of my peoples, and we shall sing you to sleep. Yeah. I mean, there's times Catch was latched onto my arms while on stream, being like, "Okay, it's time for you to put me with both hands." Ba 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 ba. She's very sleepy tonight, King. Very sleepy. She wants to do the EPs. She had been awake most of the day. Because I've been busy most of the day, so. Because I was downstairs all day, she was like, "Excuse me, I must be near my human at all times." So. I have a feeling when it's over, the stream's over, half an hour or so, she'll be very much engaged with wanting to do a Zoomers. I hope your day is going better, though. Uh, it's been a very loud clock day. It's been very clocky today. Is a term we used to use with a partner. It's just you could feel the impending doom building. It's there. I got nothing to do with it. Ain't nothing to do but ride through it right now, so. But we have this idea that we're floating through, right? So the idea would be for my larger diorama, I was thinking about splitting my palette in two pieces. So I could do my base and bottom pieces in kind of like one color palette. So like the blue greens here and here. And then my active bits that should be seen a little bit more, do that in like a complementary color to whatever the base is. So this isn't perfectly red orange, but you know, you kind of pick up what the idea is. And I'm thinking that might work because the base could have a lot of the blue grays and then the offset pieces could be your complementary monochromes through it. Just to have it pop out, right? And then that way the color palette that I want to use still works, and I'm not stressed about how to work all four pieces in. So each of the little summonings, I guess you could say, would be your complementaries on the bright side, where your base is going to be the dark side. And each one of them could be their own spectral light. That's going to be a lot of orange and yellows. But I like it because it breaks up, because it creates visual distinctions in various pieces. Yeah. The more I think about it, the more I like the idea. But I wanted to test it on a smaller scale. So teal being, kind of like a blue-green. Oh God. So if I'm on my blue-green, I want like the red-orange or teal to be my complementary. We could have a split complementary with red and orange. That way you can still get impacts and everything, right? So if I'm on the blue-violet side, right, my one palette would be on this side, and my other palette selection would be yellow, orange, yellows, and red oranges. Which would kind of line up with the other idea I was having, which is the base colors be Ride the Lightning, and then the top side be this. Good evening, Plague Doctor Man. How are you? I was running through an idea with somebody about a diorama piece that I had. Floating about some noggins. Catcher's doing a little sleepy tonight. I am working on this lovely fey creature that's underwater. And this is kind of like the beginning piece of what I was thinking. But how are you doing? And what brings you to my little corner of the internets? Painting Zeech worshipping the Kriegsmen from 40k. I read that as something slightly different, but I was like, yeah, that works. Also, I didn't do a black room on the base. Don't at me, bro. There's always got to be somebody. The rim of the base must be black. If the rim isn't black, you didn't paint the miniature correctly. Kidding. But welcome in, Plague Doctor. I paint primarily fantasy, 28mm. I do some competition painting here and there. One of my goofy entries for Reaper is going to be the Tactical Rock. Got to take over the role and squash the Word Bearer under the Might of Ultramar. And it's really strong because he has the Moore scale of 8. And one of the chibis that we'll be entering into ReaperCon will be this lovely figure. Magenta hair is a lot. Oh, somehow it wasn't supposed to be. We listen to the lo-fi. We make the white guy weird sounds to see if King says, please stop. And Stream Kitty is being silly cute right now and hanging out over there. Ba-da-ba-da. Ooh. Necromunda's fun to paint. Frankenstein paints a lot of Necromunda. I think he does a lot of proxy paints for it, if I'm not mistaken. This is from Reaper Bones 6. It's from their Feywild box, the Briarwood Vale. I was prepping a bunch of stuff, and all of a sudden I was like, oh, this box is nearly done. Let me just go ahead and paint it up on Sundays. Because on Sundays, we tend to have the Monday scaries, so we'll paint very bright and vibrant colors to try to fight away the sadness that is going to be our Mondays sometimes. We have underwater nymphs, or whatever we want to call them. Fey creatures. We have some bee knights that we'll paint up. We have some mushrooms. So we're going to focus on painting a lot of Fey on Sundays for a while now. But they come together relatively quick. They paint up easily. Ba-da-ba-ba. Arby's, we got. I miss when they used to say, it's nice to meet you. The kill team, there is one kill team box I do want to buy. It's called the Shadow Hunt with the sisters. I just haven't braved my local unfriendly game store to see if they have one. That's awesome. My local game store is not like that. They may be under new management now. I haven't gone by in a while to check on them. I keep looking for the place in St. Louis that checking them every so often to see if they have it for sale. Yeah. A little different there because your stores are going to be very focused on that. Um, I'm on the America side, so our stores tend to be a little bit more wangle jingly. It feels like. You waking up? You waking up? Uh oh, King. There we go. We got the kitty stretch. Hi. Did you have a good nap? It's about the time I thought you were going to wake up. How are you, my love? Okay. Adventure you go? Yeah. That should be good enough to get us to 9 o'clock. Palette needs more water. Arm needs a lot of attention. I have not painted any Frostgrave. Um, I have a couple of Warhammer figures, but I have not assembled I've assembled some Nighthawks, but I've not painted them in a really long time. Um, I tend to be Reaper and Chimera. Mostly. I smatter in various other things. On Wednesdays, we'll do board games, so we'll be painting up some IDW stuff for Batman, the animated series, simply because I really, really like Batman. And taking a break from painting complicated stuff is always fun. Mondays, we tend to mix it up and we mix all of our own palettes from the primaries. We're currently doing a CMYK one. Just as a way to kind of help us learn how to mix paints and make everything be kind of cool. This is currently our Monday figure. We're working on the non-metallic metal bits, so it'll be a lot of black and white. Maybe mixing a little bit of blues or greens. And then we need to finish up his skin tone. A couple of spots. And then we'll need to move on to something new for Mondays. For Wednesdays, we'll be painting up these comic book figures. The Mad Hatter, Jervis from Batman. Or our Clock King. You want to say hello? Hi. We got like 12 more minutes left on stream. Hi. Can I help you? Okay. Okay. We have a small kitty break. Yeah, we're hungry, aren't we? I'm gonna need something to eat after stream. The wings were good. I might need a little. I need a little some. I might need a little some extra. Sophie says hello. You want to say hello back? You want to say hello back? Yeah, she's being extra lovey. I love you too, sweetie. Who's my sweetie? Who's my sweetie? Who's my sweetie Pete? Who's good kitty? Who's a good kitty cat? Are you a good kitty cat? Yes, you are. Big old yawn. I mean, she's literally right next to me. You can still see her paw, just barely by the text box. She's doing herself a cleaning right now. Yeah. Sometimes, sweetie, I really do wonder what goes through your head. I really do wonder what goes through your head. Can I help you with that? Seriously. Seriously. Best place to clean your paw, right there. Thank you. Thank you. Hey, hey, hey. No, we don't drink the paint water. Don't make it weird. Sophist, me and you had a long conversation about what to say to Brush for Hire. Pretty sure we already made it weird. All right. Everybody enjoying the cat cleaning themselves while I paint a miniature? In the one little corner I have? All right. Okay. Love you. Okay. Hi. Seriously. Seriously. Why are you drinking the water out of my wet palate? Please stop. Please stop. Thank you. She went for the water. Well, good evening. It is. Good evening to you, Michael Paints Minis. How are you? Ah, gonna assemble a new kill team. Just got out of class. Aw, yeah. Was class impressive today, KT? Mean. Ba-da-da-da-da. Was gonna go to class, but I got high. Ever since you and Lit have made it come into my life a little bit more frequently, I've never forgotten that song. There was a spoofy artist that was doing one that was modified it for current times. It was like I was going to do the dishes, but I was scrolling my phone instead. If I see her pop up on my feed, I'll send it your way. Yeah, it was just off. Like instead of getting high, it was like I doom scrolled my phone instead, and it's like I get that. Like I see that. It's she did a lot of very on point and relevant things to today, rather than keeping it the other way. She would often do like other points of views of songs, like Shaggy's. It wasn't me, but from the girl's point of view. When I find her again. that name does not seem familiar to me, Sophie. Is it in my Discord? Don't think so. But I will. See if I can find it eventually. In the meantime, we need to go raid a channel. It's Sunday night. We usually raid into Monster Den Minis, or we have Potato. You know what? We're going to mix it up. We're going to mix it up. So, everybody have a fantastic Monday when you get there. Do not let it hurt you on Monday. Be awesome, be safe, and we will be back for Mix It Up Monday. And we'll work on this lovely figure right here again and see if we can get it wrapped up. So let us all go say hello to our good friend Froggenstein and have a great night.